Alright. Alright, we'll read the advice after... Actually, I think we can move this... Can we move this around? I'll read this right now. Okay, hull damage. Your hull is a little worse for wear. Try to repair it soon. You can do this for a small fee at New Winchester and certain other ports, or sometimes by salvaging from the wrecks of your opponents. Provisioning. Before you leave New Winchester, it may be prudent to buy more supplies. You can buy them at the Victorian market. To visit the market, select it from the menu that appears to the left of the main panel. Here, you can swap between shops and stores. Scouts. Your scout has discovered something. To see what it is, open your chart. Awesome. You can hide that now. The reading of the will. 3 weeks have passed. This morning, Captain Whitlock received a simple memorial service. Her body was consigned to a necropolis train bound for the Serene Mausoleum. Now you sit with a handful of her relatives in the threadbare offices of her solicitors. A methodical notary is reading the will. The captain was wealthy once, but squandered her capital on mysterious expenses before her expedition to the Blue Kingdom. Listen to the end. The captain's relatives, from whom she was mostly estranged, are clearly wondering why you are here. True to her word. In a final codicil, the notary announces, Captain Whitlock confirmed that that possession of the orphan was to pass to its first officer. He peers at you with dry, grey eyes. This includes a certain black box contained in the Orphean's hold. Captain Whitlock's final request was that, at a time of your choosing, that you transport said box to an address in London. He hands you an address card. And deposit it here. You're not to look inside. She gave you no explanation. And that's it. You're captain now. The Orphean's yours. Oi! Oi, bruv. Pretty British, innit? Sorry, that was hard to say. Yeah. He's quite British, yeah. It's a bit. Just a little. Alright. Captain Whitlock's legacy. You can investigate the black box at New Winchester. You could take the black box to London as requested, or you could sell it and be done. You have been bequeathed a large black box, which once belonged to Captain Whitlock, and you've gained 100 sovereigns to a new total of 141. Alright. So we got some cash. Good, good, good. Alright. Wolsey Station. The clamoring central... Oh, that's crazy. Okay. Alright, so this is our navigation right here. Alright, so the clamoring central station of New Winchester, a place of steam and smut and thundering iron. You can find people willing to pay for a skilled captain's service. Here, you can find people pay for that. Okay, we can explore the city, the smoggy, clanking, singing, stamping, thronging, frantic heart of the Reach. We can recruit the incautious driver. I specialize in test driving, but I'm looking for something quieter. An opportunity, the fastidious inspector. Excuse me? Ambition, an old friend. Following your return to New Winchester, you are eager to meet up with an old friend. We can investigate the black box. We could repair our locomotive, which is probably a good idea. Or we could hire on crew. Our crew is 8, 10, and our hold is at 6 to 12. So we can carry 12 total, and I believe that includes... I want to say that includes supplies and fuel. I'm gonna want to get probably more crew at some point, but definitely supplies and fuel, because you need a certain amount of crew to operate. And I can't remember if this is the maximum amount of crew that you can have, or if it's the required amount of crew. That's the thing. So we can explore the city. I think I'm going to recruit the incautious driver, because it would be good to have extra crew members. I specialize in test driving, but I'm looking for something quieter. The driver indicates a crashed engine still smoking. Like that, without the screaming. The officer requires a sign-on fee. Allow the driver to join your crew. What kind of harm can it do? This will get you chief engineer, who will increase your iron by 6, your hearts by 2, and your affiliation establishment by 1. And we need 20, so we can pay 20. I think we'll do that. In addition to your ordinary crew, you now have an officer, or perhaps a mascot. Officers must be appointed before you can benefit from their skills, abilities, or animal charisma. The first officer you recruit will, for each role, will automatically be appointed. To change officers, open the officers panel while in port. All right. So, all right. Brave or fearless? The driver boards, eager to get started. I recently parted ways with the Windward Company, they explain. Personally, I think a crash a week isn't so bad. They disagreed. Oh well, live and learn. We've recruited them, and we lost 20 sovereigns. All right, cool. All right, and I believe... I'm actually not sure if onward is... Okay, good. Just continue. I am going to... I'm going to repair this. We only have to repair 10, so this is basically the same. Yeah, and it's basically, it's going to be the same outcome no matter which one we choose. I like the idea of fully repairing it, even though they're both going to do that. So we'll do that. All right. The mechanics take pride in their work. Your newly returned engine is not just fully repaired, it gleams. Nice. So we lost the same amount of cash that we would have lost the other way, and we got our hull quality now up now. You just like saying "oi, bruv," British and in it. It's true. Nice. All right. The engineers at Wolvesey Yards claim they can repair anything, whether the damage is caused by an unfortunate collision, a point-blank salvo, or a charge of crotchety cantankerite. They'll fix it. All right. So we've already done that. We don't need to do anyone else. We can go elsewhere now. So we're going to do that. All right. So... I think we lost our opportunities here. Or... Factory's thunders, engine sheds ring with hammers and hiss with steam. Locomotives chug into sidings for repair or flare across the sky and away into the high wilderness. Okay, so we're exploring the city right now. Okay, cool. Terraria's updated on console? Finally? They finally released that? Also, Fox King, how you doing? It's been a while. And welcome. That's what we're going to be playing later on. Wow, that was quick. I didn't the time has gone by and we haven't done a damn thing in this game. Oh, bruv. Now that's pretty poggers, isn't it? Damn, that's hard to say. I'll get on about that. Okay, so an opportunity, learn about trading. Successful Skyfarers fund their expeditions by dabbling in trade. Inquire whether there are any good trading opportunities available. Let's do that. On the pedal trail. A porter at the station advises you to visit the nearby pub, The Promise of Days, and talk to the seasoned captains there. They keep their ears to the ground. They'll know about an opportunity or two. I'm doing all right. Thanks for asking. I got a new chair. It's beautiful and I love it. It's beautiful and I love it. It's so good. So nice. So beautiful. And I love it. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so we have to do that later on. Visiting the Promise of Days is one of the options when exploring the city. Okay, continue on. Visit the Promise of Days. A club where seasoned captains gather to trade stories and share advice with younger Skyfarers. Absolutely. Old pistons gleam on the walls. The shelves are crowded with mementos from the sky. The clientele raise their voices to be heard above the comforting clamor of the adjacent engine yards. You may find helpful advice here. Introduce yourself to seasoned captains. This, we have yet to make their acquaintance. This is like things that happen to you in this game literally like go into your inventory. It's kind of hard to explain. Like, when we make someone's acquaintance, we'll get like a card, essentially, or what's it called? It's not an attribute; it's a quality. We'll get a quality that is, you know, this person's name or what, this person's acquaintance 1 or something, and then you can like upgrade that or whatever. But like everything's a quality. So even inventory, like all of these things are technically qualities or whatever. But there's things like you won't get new story events at places until you've been sailing around for long enough, and you get certain thing. I don't know. It's weird. All right, so we must first acquaint ourselves with the seasoned captain. So we're going to do introduce ourselves. And yeah, the requirement is here. So we have yet to have that quality yet. So we are going to... They're always happy to offer words of advice. Sometimes many words. All right. Instructions. 4 are gathered at the usual table. The masked citizen, a libertine, polymath, and pioneer of the nocturnal artistic school. The Bedevilled didact, a scholar haunted by his discoveries. The plucky baroness, explorer, collector, philatelist. I don't even know what that means. And Spatchcocker Meg, who hunts monsters. All right. Of course, everything out here... That's not the right voice. Of course, everything out here is jolly dangerous, says the Baroness. Few risk the skies. And let's be fair, it could go either way. Few risk the skies, so news of distant ports is valuable. Collect reports from places you visit and deliver them to Victory Hall or Company House. The more you turn in at once, the more they'll pay you. The more they'll pay. Look for other opportunities on the way, advises the masked citizen. Passengers who transport, rich men in need of bloody work, etc. Beautiful. That's helpful. And we've acquainted ourselves, so we can ask them how to make our fortune through trade. Between them, they've carried Navartine gemstones from Eleutheria, souls to the Blue Kingdom, and raw hours to London. Have they tips? Oi, bruv. Now that's pretty weird, isn't it? That it is. Ah, the didact says, fiddling with innumerable talismans. An essential topic. Meg slides you a stool, and the captains shuffle around to make room. The masked citizen buys you a drink of their own invention. It's violet and foggy. I want to drink this now. The plucky baroness gives you a brisk, encouraging grin. Ask away. All right. How can I buy and sell goods? The fundamentals. You can sell practically anything in a big trade hub like New Winchester, the Baroness answers. If you want to buy, though, you'll need to travel to more distant ports. Each specializes in particular export. Meg spits chewing tobacco on the floor. No money in buying it at market prices and selling them too, though. You will look for bargains. Or prospects of people offering better money. Buy cheap, sell dear. You can sell, not buy, any trade good at a major port. Lesser ports each sell a single good. You can see what ports exports. What a port exports by selecting it on your chart. Okay, that's helpful. Okay, let's ask about prospects. The masked citizen sips their drink. The biggest port in each region has a bazaar. Captains can do business. There you'll learn of people at other ports prepared to pay over the odds for a commodity. When you accept the commission for a prospect, it's yours. No other captain will pursue it. It's all fantastically civilized. Their smile is droll. You'll have to source the goods for yourself, of course, says the bedeviled, that's it. I got there eventually. Didact. Find a port that exports them. The client will want a certain amount. You can supply some or all of it. But if you provide all they need, They may furnish you with an additional reward. All right, so that's good stuff. Accept prospects in bazaars at major in the bazaars at major ports. You can accept up to 4 at once. You may review and abandon them in the locomotive screen. All right, so those are essentially like quests, I'm guessing, or at least trade quests. All right, so we got that. A trading opportunity. Ask them. Oh, there's so much. Okay. Okay, a trading opportunity. Ask them if they know of a good prospect available. In point of fact, I do, says the masked citizen, tapping an elegant finger on their elegant glass. The host at Magdalene's need an urgent delivery of seeds. Paying a pretty penny, too. If I were you, I'd get the bazaar straight away. Put my marks against it. Meg grunts. A broker in Port Avon is selling cheap seeds. Chirpy chap. God knows why. His face looks like it's been pushed through a mangle. An opportunity. Port Avon lies to the south of New Winchester, and Magdalene's lies to the northwest of New Winchester. New Winchester. Accept this prospect from the bazaar if you haven't already, then buy seeds from the bazaar in Port Avon and sell them at Magdalene's. Okay. Very nice, very nice. Okay, go to the bazaar using the area list on the left and accept seeds to Magdalene's prospect. Okay, cool. That's good to know. Okay, where can I buy goods cheaply? Spatchcocker Megs wipes beer foam from her lip. No, we're this busy. Deals are snapped up too fast here. The bazaars are at quieter ports. I feel like all of their voices are kind of the same, and I'm kind of okay with that. Can find all sorts. Limited supply, mind. A bargain won't hang around about forever, though. The Baroness confides, steadfastly ignoring Meg's manners. So don't hang about. If you've space in your hold, snap them up. You can always sell them at a major port for adequate return. Find bargains, ports bazaar. Bargains have finite supply and duration. Okay, interesting. Good. You're gonna talk normally until someone else joins? Good call. Did you just... Oh, bro, I think I figured it out. Did you just vowel that entire thing? Oh yeah. That was exactly it. Okay. Change the subject for now. And we can actually go elsewhere. That's what we'll do. So we'll go check out the... let's go check out the... Actually... I've already lost what I have to do. Okay, so yeah, seeds for Magdalene's. All right. Locomotive captains gather the bazaar to trade goods and information. Here you can acquire prospects, opportunities to sell a good at a distant port for an excellent price. Accept the prospect to claim it, source the goods, and deliver them. Man, we're already almost time. It's almost already time for a break. That is mind-boggling to me. New prospects available in 30 days. Okay, so this, I think, is how much cash we've got. Okay, seeds for Magdalene's. Magdalene's provides comfort and sympathy for the weary skyfarer. Its host will tell you any lie you need to hear. Some of those lies require flowers. The amenable host wants up 3 sacks of verdant seeds, and will pay 80 sovereigns for each. Magdalene's lies to the northwest of Winchester. Like, I'm absolutely going to claim that one. That one's the easy one. Verdant seeds can be reliably purchased at Hybris or the Lidbetter and Stainrod Nature Reserve. Okay, cool. Literature for Palmier and Plenty. Wanted. Up to 5 consignments of literature. Genre, literary merit, or moral worth irrelevant. Delivered to the Ringmaster, Palmier and Plenty's Inconceivable Circus, The Reach. The Inconceivable Circus lies to the south-southwest of New Winchester. I'll grab this. Approved literature can reliably be purchased at Durance and Worldbury Juxtamare. Okay. Not a clue where those things are, but we'll find them. It'll be fun. We'll have a good time. All right, so there's that. Let's see. I'm going to go to Victoria's Market. We'll get... I want to see... Okay, so yeah, 6 of 12. So this is our total amount. It's 20 a pop. We don't have a lot to work with right now. And the other thing is, I'm going to want to have... See, that's going to be so much. This is a tricky one. I want the fuel. In fact, I'm just going to buy the fuel right now. And we'll see. I don't think there's really anywhere else I want to go right now. So we'll go back to that. Got the opportunity. The fastidious inspector. Excuse me, Captain. A woman pushes through the crowds towards you. She's short, square, and square shoulders, in a neat black suit and polished shoes. She shows you the case of her pocket watch. It's embossed with the crown and hourglass of London's orological service, or orological office. The body responsible for ensuring time is consistent across the empire. Out to be British. Out to be British. Say oi bruv and shorten words. Nice. I feel it. That's absolutely true. I'm hoping to book passage to Port Prosper, she says, slipping the watch away. I can, of course, pay. Pay sounds promising. Let's do that. Thank you. The locomotive I was on broke down following a boiler rupture. The chief's engineer's fault, I suspect. A gentleman fonder of brandy than of diligence. Here, an initial sum to seal our bargain. Prosper lies to the north-northeast of Winchester, so... Not that there's such a thing as north, south, east, or indeed west out here. Instead, London cartographers picked 4 of the brighter, more reliable stars visible from the Empress's new palace and named them north, east, south, and west. Londoners value familiarity. Most people do, I feel. A lot of people do. The fastidious inspector. You were transporting a fastidious inspector to Port Prosper. So we got to go to north-northwest for one thing to pick up stuff. We got to go to the north-northeast for the other to drop this person off. I think we might want to do that first. We'll have to take a look at our prospects and see how things go. And we got cash. We got 50 bucks. All right, so that's cool too. There's an ambition. We've repaired things. That's good. Let's go. Ambition, an old friend. Following your return to New Winchester, you're eager to meet up with an old friend. She is an earnest agitator. You were firebrands together. You kept one another's secrets, even in dank brick cellars, where special constables bloodied their knuckles on your ribs and jaws. For the revolution. In time, you learned to temper your fires with guile. You were in this for the long haul. When London relocated, you went with it and resumed your activities in the heavens. Your friends somehow acquired a locomotive, the Azazel, sorry. Perhaps it was a gift from her patrons. Perhaps, as some said, she was the black sheep of a wealthy, old-blood family. She took her cause to the far corners of the sky. She is still captain of the Azazel and associates with a group of seasoned captains who gather at the Promise of Days here in New Winchester. Perhaps you can find her there. Well, we already went there. Also, if you look how many letters there and S's there are, you can see you actually typed oi bruv. Oh, yeah, because you use apostrophes to fill in that. So you use the correct amount of. That's a lot. That's a lot of substitution. I feel it. Okay, your own old friend associates with a new group of seasoned captains. Okay, onward. Continue. All right, so we might. So looks like we're gonna have to go back. Visit the Promised Days. I'm gonna inquire about the Winchester War. How goes the war? The slow-burning war for the Reach forms a backdrop of daily life in New Winchester. Citizens wishing to keep up with the developments in the war turn to the New Gazette. It is famously the only newspaper worth reading in New Winchester, as well as the only paper that doesn't that hasn't bankrupted itself. Its quality speaks for itself. Here you can read about the progress of the war, check your reputation with the factions, and who currently controls the Reach. Read about the current political situation. Careful analysis. Why is that one not available? Usually it tells you why it's not available, or like what's required for it. So, careful analysis. Let's take a look. Lay of the land. The Assembly runs New Winchester from the Victory Hall and seeks to strengthen its hand in the Reach. London's proxy, the Windward Company, however, maintain a considerable presence in the Reach. Okay, the Assembly and Windward Company, and although New Winchester is still neutral ground, tensions are mounting within and without the port. Okay. Interesting. So it's kind of neck and neck for those two. Search the New Gazette for your name. Are they talking about you? What are they saying? Tackities? With the tackities and the stovepipes. Okay. One's reputation. Your name does not appear in any of the tackety-focused reporting of the war. Apparently, you're not considered worthy of comment. There's no mention of you among the stories about the stovepipes' recent fortunes. You are of no interest to them. You are not of interest to them. Perhaps not. Okay, cool. All right, so perhaps not. So we cleared that up. We're going to have to go back to Promise of Days. All right. Inquire after the earnest agitator. You know she's one of their coterie. But where is she? Coterie? I don't know how to pronounce that. She speaks of you often. The plucky Baroness says. I'm afraid you've missed her. We've all been missing her recently. Busy girl. But she's doing important work in London. The accents are coming and going. I feel it. The bedeviled Didac frowns darkly and fingers one of its amulets. We've been assisting in our own small ways, but, well, she'll want to explain herself. She left a letter for you. Meg pulls a crumpled envelope from the pocket of her patched coat. I'd open it somewhere private, or someone, she glares at the masked citizen, will try to read it over your shoulder. The masked citizen nods unapologetically. It's true. I'm a disgrace. Vic, welcome back. You've returned. I should be drinking tea when playing this game. Now that I think about it. Not coffee. Oi, bruv. You mixing accents? I gotta remember that there's Scottish and Irish and London British and all the different ones, but I always forget them. There, yes, I am mixing them, absolutely. And ambition, the truth. Your friend left you a letter which included a coded message. Can you decipher it? Let us find out. All right, read the letter elsewhere in New Winchester. Okay. All right, so I have no further business here. We're gonna go somewheres else. All right. Let's privately examine the letter. Privately, you examine the letter. The earnest agitator's handwriting, never neat, is clearly hurried. There are several unfinished trains of thought angrily struck through. She writes, coyly, of having embarked on a journey of the most fundamental discovery, and of having uncovered celestial secrets. She says she wants to discuss her progress with you, but does not say where or when. The envelope also contains a collection of unfinished crosswords cut from the newspapers. Oh, I need 2 savage secrets. She always hated crosswords, and the phrasing of the letter is stilted, as if she had to use certain words in certain places. There's a concealed message here, you are certain, and the crosswords are key to it. Okay, so I guess we're not doing that now. We'll have to find some later on. I'm gonna take a break right now, and we'll actually play a little. We'll get moving a little bit in this game. I will say, admittedly, like half of this game is getting from place to place, and the other part of it is literally reading, which I'm totally cool with because it's fun. So you know, it's not graphically interesting all the time, but it's nice. This mustn't register on an emotional level. Answer, coward! Alright, so we will go into away mode. And then later on we'll do some Terraria, I think. See about that. Alright, so I will be back very shortly. Or not. Let's get back to it. You also heard someone say today that yank is a pretty British word. Oi, bruv. Time to deactivate British mode? I don't know. Isn't it gov? Can be. Okay, so we've got that. We're actually, I believe, set to roll. Now the question is, where to first? Oh, that's big. I don't know how this works. Let's see here. You can use the controller, but you have to change it in the controls. And I think we'll get a little note. Let's take a look at controls. No controllers detected. It's not even going to give me the option. I'm going to try it. Gonna try it. Gonna give it a shot. That's what she said. Absolutely. Activate controller. There we go. X input gamepad 1. Did I? Oh, that's the thing. Is it? Did I? Oh, maybe not. All right. Let's see. Guess that. Okay. Why is primary fire on that side? That's weird. That's wrong. That's incorrect. Can I not change it? I can't change it at all? Well, that's some bogusness. Literally won't let me change it. That sucks. Steer, toggle lights, cruise control, send scout, radial menu, thrust, brake. Yeah, 2 things for cruise control. Interact, okay. Chart and pause. Yeah, fire on left trigger. I know. What the hell? Yes, it is 151 over here. Yeah, that is correct. Okay, so, and of course the thing is, I'm actually using a PS4 controller, so the fact that it says A, B, and all that junk is really throwing me off a little bit. Okay, so let's get out and get it moving here. All right, now we're gonna take a look at the chart because I thought that there was. I thought there was something to go left fire. Bug is report bug. Yep. Okay. All right. So that's nice. We've already set officers facets. The hell is that? Oh, history and such. All right. Awesome. Awesome. Inventory. We've got our little bats. We've got, what is this? What are you? Well, I'd like to know what it is, please. You're old. Alright, Woo! Honk honk. Let's see. Open the chart. Good. So we need to go north-north west. So we need to go somewhere up here. Oh! Okay! Oh, there's different... Okay, there's different regions. That's interesting. That's very interesting. So you can go to different places and such. All right, let's kind of scoot around and see what we got going on here. And I'm going to forget what the fire... What the hell is this? Why is there another dock over here? What's up? All right, so we got Victory Hall. Great. We've made it to another port already. The Assembly, a coalition of independent-minded settlers, colloquially called the Tackities, gather and argue here, deliver reports here to receive rewards, and win the Tackities' favor. Visit Victory Hall. Raised in the wake of blockade of New Winchester, this magnificence of glass and steel houses the Colonial Assembly. We can take a look around. The Tackities, those settlers who want independence from London, may have worked for a Skyfarer. Let's take a look. And the music of democracy. Today, the chambers of Victory Hall echo with the shouting. The assembly is in session. The outraged roars descend from the boardroom to the palatial lobby. A discreet functionary escorts you from the premises to hear anything before you hear anything too juicy. You're a captain, aren't you? She inquires once you're safely outside. If you want to be of service, bring us news from other ports. Windward Company have spies everywhere, and we need recent, accurate information of our own. All right. Onward. Onward! Okay, so there's that. Alright, so this is a bridge here. Shwa! Shwa! I can't tell if it's... Oh, I can't tell if it's like, Okay, it is how much you hold it, actually. I think if I run into shit, I'll take damage too. Alright, Company House. The local headquarters of the Windward Company, London's proxy in the Reach, deliver port reports here to receive rewards and win the company's favor. Following the uprising, the fortunes of the Windward Company fell in New Winchester. I'll take a look around. The Windward Company, who represent London's interests in the Reach, may have worked for a Skyfarer. The frantic work of the company. The offices are cramped, typewriters ring, assistants scurry between the desks, beleaguered managers struggle to make themselves heard over the hubbub. Eventually, a harried assistant makes you a cup of tea. I'm afraid everyone's busy today, but if you want to make yourself useful, we always need up-to-date reports on events beyond New Winchester. Bring them straight here, though, not to, he nods out the window toward Victory Hall, where the Colonial Assembly gathers, that lot. Queen and country and all that, eh? Alright, so we can turn in port reports to any places. And port reports are something that you get when you're going to a new, when you go to different places out in the world. Oh yeah, baby. Okay. We can turn our lights off too. I believe it takes extra fuel to keep your lights on, but it also reduces terror. Unless you're left-handed, no heresy is incurred. Okay, so wispy condensation trails across the sky, ghosts of passing trains. I don't know what that guy is. Are you, I don't know. Okay. Your hold. Okay, hull damage. Good. Okay. So, let's take a look at our journal here, because... Okay. Man, that person has seen better days. This is basically an independent starport from Star Sector. Yeah. Trading opportunity. Only the well-armed, the desperate, and the foolhardy travel the skies. As a result, there is money to be made in transporting goods. Purchase 3 sacks of verdant seeds from the bazaar at Port Avon. Sell them at the bazaar in Magdalene's Port. Port Avon lies to the east of New Winchester. Oh, shit. So we have to go east. Damn it. Which means we're going the wrong direction. Son of a bitch. And I think that's what we could do is we could go to the east, get the seeds, then we could go to the northeast on the way to Magdalene's. Welcome back, Vic. So we are going the wrong way. Friend or foe? Friend or foe? Yeah, so that's a thing too. You wanna stay in the light most of the time. When you can. To keep your terror down. Oh man, can I entice you with Modern Area next? I don't think so, not yet. I'm still, you know, that's rough. That's a tough call. I don't know about this time. Let's see. Let's actually take a look. Let's see. So to the east. So I think it's gonna be hard to say unfollow. Oh, I just realized that the engine is actually kind of 3D. Some cruise control going here. Scamps Narrow, 57 experience gain. A stopped clock. The fastidious inspector approaches you in the galley. Captain, good day. I notice your ship's clock is stopped. Perhaps you'd permit me to repair it. She has a little case of tools and a hopeful expression. Yeah, permit it. You'd prefer things to be right more than twice a day. Yeah, I'll let her go. I'll let her have a go at it. An opportunity for conversation. She gives a grateful flicker of a smile and sets to work. Soon, she has the back off the clock and spread tiny cogs across the galley table. Obscure orological tools gleam brassily among them. Everything has a place. I appreciate the opportunity to keep myself busy. Staring too long at the stars is harmful to the temperament. Alright, so she's gonna keep working at that. So now... The fastidious inspector has a round face, brown eyes, and short, dark hair. She gives the impression of being perpetually busy. We can inquire about her work, discuss the reach, or compliment her skills. And I want to know... Oh yeah, X... Okay, when we have it... Alright, cool. Again, the buttons are wrong, because I have a PS4 controller. Inquire about her work. Let's do that. What are her duties as the agent of the Orological Office? She sniffs. It's of fundamental importance that 10 o'clock on the 2nd of June in one corner of the Empire occurs at the same time as 10 o'clock on the 2nd of June in the opposite corner. How is an Empire to function if we can't agree what day it is? Unfortunately, the process is complicated by the fact that time is less reliable than it was. The hour's trade has seen to that. I don't know what that means, and that's confusing and awesome. And we can ask about that. Ask about the hours trade. You've heard the Empress awards her favorites with gifts of years to extend their life. Of course. Awesome. And that you become rich, mining for hours to satisfy London's hunger for them. Oh, hours have more uses than that. We use them to increase the efficiency of work worlds, to speed journeys to distant regions, to resolve overcrowding in prisons. It does make my life more difficult, when time knots and stretches like wool on the loom. More difficult, but more vital. Her Majesty seized a great trove of them when she assumed the throne of ours. And now even more has been found in the reach. Even more have been found in the reach. Miners dig them from the ground. She looks momentarily wistful. I hope someday to retire with a modest pension of years myself, to prolong the better part of my retirement. Yeah, I feel that. Discuss the reach. The wide, wild frontier, a sunless domain, but impossibly verdant, with gargantuan vines, cathedral-sized bronze woods, and livid fungal archipelagos. Yeah, wait, what? It is uncouth splendor, but I miss Albion and the steady light of the clockwork sun. These sunless reaches are so misty and quiet. She pauses. But critical. The territories are rich with raw hours, and enough vegetation grows on them to feed the whole of London, even if some of it is a dubious shape. This. Now we did this one already. I'm pretty certain. Actually, I wonder if it's a thread kind of thing. If you have to do them in order, or else they'll reset. Let's try discuss suns. What happened to the Reach's sun? And London has a man-made sun. How did Her Majesty defeat the old one? We warred and we won. It's not my area of expertise, I'm afraid. The sun's made the law, they say. Now Her Majesty makes it. As for the Reach's sun, she looks through the window at the light in the stirring mists. I don't know. Do suns grow old? Do they die of natural causes? I think that would probably be better than the alternative, wouldn't it? Yeah, this is interesting. Ask about the Winchester War. The Reach is torn by discontent between the London loyalists and the more independent settlers. Yeah, they trade for time. Yeah, this game concepts are a little bit interesting and fun. Like I said, pretty much everything in terms of game functionality and actual like story, pretty much everything is a commodity. Like you can get like secrets and things. Ask about the Winchester War. Let's do that. There are those that feel that London is a long way away, and that they do a better job of governing themselves. The frontier attracts independent spirits. We call them tackities, for the hobnail boots that are so practical out here. London, unsurprisingly, disagrees. The Windward Company earnestly represents Her Majesty's interests in the regions, sometimes very earnestly indeed. The tackities call London loyalists stovepipes. For our hats, I suppose. She avoids looking at you. And you, Captain? Where do your sympathies lie? Ooh. This one, I'm feeling that with the revolutionary bent, I'm either going to go with the tackities or with the no loyalty. This is a tricky one. It's a bit tricky, yes. Let's go with the tackities. I'm not sure. I don't know. Yeah, we'll go with tackities. These new lands. Why should old rules or masters hold sway? We are never free of the past, she says, her hand touching her pocket watch. Never. Never. I asked about her work already. I believe I did this already as well. Let's see. We'll go through this and see if there's anything. We've done the hours trade. I want to see if there's something else. Huh, this is weird. Albion, yeah. Like the game. Mm-hmm. I believe Albion is an ancient name for England. I want to say. And we did this one already, I'm fairly certain. Yeah, things just kind of like do that. Okay. Her hands are deft and sure. She polishes, she cleans, she reassembles. Thank you, she says, a small, embarrassed silence. It's possible the inspector is pleased. It's rather hard to tell. Interesting. I don't think this is gonna... The one missing is the compliments? Yeah. I don't know if this is gonna do anything if I do it again. Yes, okay, cool. Alright, bid her a good evening. You've work to do. We gotta get to do shit. And to you, Captain. I think I shall make a cup of tea. Fastidious? I think fastidious just means, I think that refers to, working. Said she seems rather nice. I think she can be nice. I think it just means that they're, more work-oriented and rather, enthusiastic about it. Or at least, thorough, I want to say. And I did say, so here you go. Probably because it's similar to the Italian word for annoying that I get confused. It could kind of be the same root, though. I definitely believe. Oh, right. I gotta figure out something here, because I should be sending out a scout. Journal keeps track. We must not have gotten anything. Okay, that. Officer's inventory. Status. Alright. Found something. Okay, so down there. I don't think that's what we're looking for. I think we want to keep going this way. It's synonym for scrupulous. Oh no, what happened? Okay. Your profile. Okay, I accidentally shot a thing. Your profile. This records all aspects of your captain's abilities, compliments, your officers. Oh, that's because you were like... That was my bad. You're low on supplies. Once you run out, your crew will begin to starve. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. Okay, what has it found? Clamor of New Winchester can be heard on the wind. A familiar, disagreeable uncle. Yeah, so this one's east, so this is more likely to be where we need to go. I'm having trouble because I keep pulling the trigger like I'm driving in Grand Theft Auto. I think that's how driving works. I can't remember now. Oh yeah, they do have supply usage, and if you lose like all your supplies, your people like start going crazy or dying, and other stuff can happen. It's very interesting. Alright, we can dock here. A distant nebula shines on this place. It's light as mellow as melted butter. And cautious driver. Is that? No. It's slightly different from the one I... Something. Didn't get to read it. Alright, a homestead. Settlers who live far beyond the edge of civilization relish the hardships of solitude. That's super cool. Look at that. Them houses floating in the sky like that. It's nice. Yeah, same as Star Sector. Very similar. They will fiercely defend their small territories, but occasionally welcome company and trade. You sit down beside a humble homestead whose owners, despite their ragged sleeves, insist on inviting you in. Okay, so we don't have the things for the bottom two. We can eat our fill, which will reduce our terror. That will be helpful. And yeah, hospitality is important on the frontiers. Settlers invite you in to join them for a meal. Breaking bread. Your host serves a grim but filling gruel, then follows it with a plate of genuinely exceptional custard tarts. You descend upon them like chorister bees upon a rival hide. Your terror has fallen. Excellent. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. Now, was that the thing that we saw? Okay, yes. So let's send out another scout. Sky is cool and blue as ice in a glass. You earned enough experience to increase your captain's level. Now choose a new past or deed via the facet screen. All right. Let's look at our facets. Okay, facets. Let's take a facet. Oh, fun. We're low on... It's low on... Yeah, we can tell, actually, at the top. The irons and hearts are the ones that we need and or want to tend toward. So we could do an interlude in red and gold. You lost your mind once. They put you in a splendid hotel managed by a cheery gentleman who determined when you could leave. Nice. Liberation of Night. You begin to hear of a secret sect or philosophy among the most extreme anarchist cells. The Liberation of Night. Oh. Get a cryptic benefactor, a moment of inspiration.